Hello everyone, welcome today to my tutorial. Today, what are we going to be doing? So you know what? Let us make a tie. So I decided to make a tie, a skinny tie. So let me tell you a story about this skinny tie. I have two lovely son-in-laws, and these sons of mine they love um, wearing a tie, bow tie or skinny tie. So they have actually been so nice. They have been my model uh, for showing off my ties that I've been making. I've been making ties for them, and so actually one of them actually requested for me to make this skinny tie for him. So I decided to make the skinny tie. I have the pattern already, so I just decided to grab my pattern and place it on my pattern. I'm going to be using. I have one 1 yard and quarter, or to be more easy for those centimeter, I use actually um, one centimeter. That's 100 centimeters. What they call it, 1 centimeter. And so this is the fabric I'm using. As you can see, this is actually African fabric. African fabric is very good when you are making ties. And so I bought this lining that I'm going to be using. So this is it. So with this tie, I'm going to add some extra allowance, because this tie, the tie pattern is quite good, but it's just exactly what he wants, the size of it. But when you finish sewing it at the bottom here, it will be like 6 cm. All right, so 6 cm will be like 2.5 inches when you fold it at the point. So this is just perfect for him. But then in order for me to sew it together, so I need to add some sewing allowances. And also, it's a very long time I'm going to do, so this time is a bit shorter. But I can use this to, when you are making ties for different people, you should know that some guys are taller than others. So for the taller ones, you just have to adjust your measurement, measure how long you want the ties to be, and then you can just do it. But another thing is that if you really want to determine the inches or centimeters that you will use, you can actually measure an old tie, because when you are sewing something, it is sewing is about constructing and disconstructing. Yes. So that is what it's all about with sewing. And so a lady, a friend of mine once told me, so if you have a pattern, you see a pattern in the store or the workshop, just order it and then you copy that style. Then you can send it back. But I don't do that, because at the time I order something and I receive it, it looks so beautiful, so I don't want to send it back. So, but however, I do use that system to actually create another pattern. I could just look at the pattern that I have, the dress, then I can modify it on my own, do some changes, and then I will have different kinds of style pattern. So that's what you can do with an old tie of your husband or sons or boyfriend, whatever it may be. And then you can um, disconstruct it, you just lose it out. You use that pattern, you put it on your paper, and then you cut out that pattern of that tie. So in that case, you will have your own pattern, and you will be using that pattern for a long time. If the tie that you are using is a classic one, because there are some ties that's a bit bigger, wider. So you can also do that. You can use that pattern instead of you just lose it out. You measure the inches or something that you want, and then you just adjust your measurement. So that is it. And sometimes some ties are shorter than others. So you should know that. And then when you have your pattern ready, check out the length of the tie. And then when you are cutting, you can add extra inches or centimeter that you actually needed. So in this case now, I'm going to add 4 inches extra to this, 4 inches extra. So in the sense that I want, I will add like 2 inches here and 2 inches here. So totally it will be 4 inches. So um, another thing I want to also say that it is nice to make a tie, you know. So yeah, so what do we do? Let's start that. Let's go ahead and make our tie. Okay, yeah. Another point I want to actually brought out is that, as you can see, what I'm doing now, I have this lining that I'm going to use on it. I'm just going to use lining and the African print because when I made that previously for my son, he told me that most of the time when the guys are wearing their ties, they like to round it double, like twice. They round the tie up before they put it into inside. I hope you understand what I'm talking about. But then it was a bit too thick to do that. So in that case, I decided to just do like that. What I did was I added kind of fusible, but that light fusible that I added on it was still a bit too thick. So in this case now, I will just cut it. And because for the fact that I am cutting both pattern, the made fabric and the lining, I'm cutting them together. It saves time, and that is it. It's the same length that you, you need. So therefore, I just put the lining on top of the made fabric I'm doing. Although what I did also, what I'm doing right now is to work on the back side of the fabric. The African print is back side of the fabric, and the line is also back side of the fabric. So I mark it with the marker so that I can easily identify the front side of the fabric. I love this area. I love the front side that I'm using, but you can decide which part you want to use, either the wrong side or the right side. It is your decision. But I decided to choose this side for the right side because it's a bit, it blend a bit with the fabric that I am doing. Although the darker part is still okay, but I just prefer to use this because you have more of this fancy color in the fabric. So that is my choice. So but anyway, my son will be happy though. It doesn't matter which side I use, but for my purposes, I decided to use that side. All right. So now this is my weight. I just put my weight on it so that it will be. I want it to be stable because I'm going to add some centimeter or inches so that to be stable for me. But this is okay. All right. So that is it. So it's a bit stable now. So that is that. So anyway, what I'm going to do first, and also this tie that I'm going to make, it is for the fact that it's an adult tie, then it's going to be 62 inches long, and that is why I'm adding 2 inches extra. Okay, so that it can be 62 inches long. And the this skinny tie, as I said previously, going to be 2.5 inches, which is like 6 centimeters from here. So I need my sewing allowance. Okay, so let's do our whatever we are doing. Okay. So in order for me, what I will start first is just for me to just do it like this. Just draw the made pattern on my fabric so you can see. So you do what is best for you. You can use pin to hold it, but I don't really want to use pin to hold it because I don't want to damage my fabric. The lining, this lining is very soft and so okay. So of course, we did this was swap, and then after that, then we add our sewing our sewing. I decided to do this though because like this, even though your pattern uh, move, you can still able to see your 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 pattern line that you have already made. That's why I do that. But you don't have to do what I'm doing. You can do whatever you want. So now the what I'm going to do now is to add my 2 inches. This is it, 2 inches, about 5.5 centimeter. Okay, this is 2 inches here. Okay, sorry, I'll add 1 inches here. Oh yes, correct. Two. Then here, 2 inches. Okay, here as well. Two. And two. Okay. So we just have to roll it out. You got my ruler. Okay. Okay, do this as well. That's like this. Alright. Okay. And a bit shorter. Okay, that's fine. Just why I did that. This is about okay. So I will just please leave it down. Sorry about that. You can easily do that, and that's why I'm not pinning because you can easily move your work. Okay, and that's it. So maybe this is 2 inches here. It's 2 inches there. Okay, so put them together. All right. Okay. So now the next step we're going to do now is to add your sewing allowance. So now I'm going to add like an inch. An inch is about 2.5 centimeter. Now let me just add half an inch. Half an inch is about 1.5. So that will be sufficient to sew. So this half an inch. Okay. All right. So mm, so just mark it all the way. All right. Okay. So you can do it other way that you don't have to do it. But I'm just showing you guys this so that you can see. Remember the line that I draw, just marking, that is that. You can see the edges is just like a square, so it's fine like this because you're going to join these sides together as well. Okay. What you do is to draw it right around. So that's what I'm doing. Hope you guys see what I'm doing. Okay. So, okay. This where. And then we do this. Okay. But as a beginner, this is what you do. But if you already know what you are doing, you just eyeball it, something like that. To just cut it off. So this is just like beginner. Okay. So this is done now. So we're gonna do the other side as well. So we just do an inch, an inch, an inch. Okay. Okay. So to mark your work. Okay. So this was it. Okay. And we'll do one more time. So we'll do this area. So if you are not comfortable, you can pin it. Just pin, but I think my weight is just okay for me. So I don't have to pin it. So you can do what's comfortable for you. Okay. Alright. So I want the line to be visible. Okay. Alright. So now we'll do the same thing as right here. Just roll it out. Like this. Okay. So now we'll do that area. Okay. So it will be easier for you actually when you are drafting your pattern. You just add your sewing allowances. Then it's easy for you. But in this case now, I did not do it, but it doesn't really matter because I just do it. Alright. So that is that. So now what we're going to do now is to cut out our pattern. So so now you can remove the weight, you can remove your pattern, but I'm not going to do that because I have fabric under it that doesn't have any marking, so I decided to leave it. But now it's easy anyway, because you can see. Okay. Okay, to this side as well. Alright. Well, I decided in this area I didn't make it square because, for those who always wondering you cannot make tie without the edges not being square. Well, you can do that. So it is. So you can actually do that. So that is the purpose of this tutorial. So that is it. So let's see. I can remove the. Yeah, that's good. That's good. So I do the other ones. So okay, just little part I remove from here. It's really very handy if you have your marking. You can just see marking.